when we're carrying the burden of some form of unprocessed pain, then as sure as anything, at some point, it will start to inconvenience us in our everyday lives. Now, many of us are going through our lives aware of a well of pain, of underlying issues that are affecting us on a daily basis. But some of us have felt this pain for so long that we aren't even sure where it comes from or what caused it in the first place. It almost seems as if it's part of our DNA, part of who we are, or the way that we see the world. But what's important here is to realize that this pain is something that needs to be acknowledged and processed to allow you to move on. Because the longer we sit with it, the harder it is to work through, and the more likely it is that we will be forced to acknowledge that it is as it makes itself known to us in the ways that we can't function and we can't predict and we can't work through the life that we are here to live. So rather than waiting for this to happen, then what we need to do is empower ourselves by identifying the pain and resolving to take some positive action towards healing whatever it is that you are needing to deal with. Now, for lots of us, the very thought of this brings up feelings of utter resistance, especially if on the surface our lives seem to be, moving along and have sort of quite a nice sense of order to them. It can be really, really difficult to, prod a sore spot, dig up the past and go into it unless we're being really inconvenienced by the hurt that we're experiencing. But the thing is, when we're carrying a burden of unprocessed pain, sooner or later it will come up, raise its head and cause you some form of inconvenience. So if we can be brave enough and proactive enough now, we can save ourselves a lot of future suffering and free up the energy that is tied up in the keeping the pain down. That feeling in the pit of your tummy, that horrible pensive feeling. Let's get away and move away from that. And there are many ways to do this. But the first step and the most important thing is to recognize the pain and actually honor it by moving it into our conscious awareness. Okay. Now, in this process, even if it's just for 5 minutes during a meditation, you will begin to have a sense of what the pain is made of and where it's come from. It might be a fear of abandonment, of childhood abuse, anger at being mistreated, cheated on by a partner, or some other form of long-held wound, something that we've carried around with us. And as we allow ourselves to sit with this pain, we also have a sense of whether we can deal with it by ourselves or not. Okay, and it may be time to reach out and work with a counsellor or look for some form of healing circle with close friends, or there are so many different things that you can do. But whatever path you choose, you need to resolve to go deep into that pain so that you can fully release it and set yourself free. Now remember, it is never too late in life to heal the things that hurt us, and there is never a better time than now. So get yourself in a mindset of strength and really go forward and deal with those things that are hurting us and holding us back.